Vicky James disrespects her husband in public. Nigerians. So Vicky James, for those of you who don't know Vicky James, maybe you are seeing this video for the first time. Hope you have subscribed. Hope you have followed the channel. So Vicky James is a Nigerian fashion designer, one of the top fashion designers in Africa, because she sews for outside people who are not Nigerians, who are outside Nigeria, who are in the last just concluded Miss South Africa. She made the dress for the presenter or one of the judges. So Vicky James is one girl she's under 30s. She's yet to be 30. She's not yet 30. So Vicky James has hustled her way into becoming a big name at her young age, and she celebrated that. So when Vicky James now met her husband, this is her husband right now, in her big friend's house. I call her big friend's business because at that time, when Wanika came out to talk, he called Vicky her younger sister. So that is why I'm using the word her big friend's house. So Miss Wanika's staff, who is now Vicky James's husband, was working for Miss Wanika, and Wanika being a hair vendor, the guy was like, I think, her manager. So when Vicky James comes there to do something, maybe buy hair or see Wanika, she and this guy started, talking. And then one thing led to the other. They started dating, and then he proposed, and they got married. Since that marriage broke out, people have dragged this Vicky James. They have gone to her comment section. They said all manner of things. Oh, he's married. She's married to a guy she can use. She's married to a guy she can send on errands. The guy doesn't do anything. The guy is this. The guy is that. I'm like, people are so less busy. How do you go to people's comment section to drop that kind of trash? Because it's like you are pouring your insecurities on others. Why can't you just allow these people be themselves? Okay, so after their wedding, Gist Lover brought out a story that Vicky James's husband is still chatting with his ex-girlfriend. People came out, talked about it, and then Vicky James did not respond. And shortly after that, I think Channels Television had a chat with Vicky James, and they asked her how she met her husband. She said through a friend, but she doesn't want to mention the name of the friend. We already knew that she was avoiding to mention Miss Wanika. That's understandable. Then when Vicky James went for her honeymoon, people were like, oh, Vicky James, go and rest. You are on honeymoon. Why are you posting? This is the time you're supposed to be serious with your husband, build a business for him. And the lady had already tagged her husband's business handle on her page to say, okay, follow him, patronize him. What other thing did you want her to do? Vicky James is good in cooking. She vlogs with food. She vlogs with lifestyle. She vlogs with her content creating. She's also someone that can act. Vicky James also sings. So you people want her to shove all of that and concentrate on only sewing. Let me tell you something about sewing. The more you see Vicky James, she is going to represent a lot of things to you. See, a lot of people's talent have died because they didn't have an opportunity to come out to show their talent. So allow Vicky James to rest. So Vicky James's friend now, Prudence, who is also a fashion designer, who is based in, I think, Akwa Ibom State, because Vicky is also from Akwa Ibom. So from there she relocated to Lagos and thought of starting her makeup business. And when she saw that makeup was not going to pay her that much, or rather the market was saturated, she decided to venture into sewing, which was her mother's primary business. So it was a hands-on kind of thing. She learned, and then she began to sew. Before you knew it, she began to have, A-list clientele and all of that. So Vicky James went for Prudence's wedding. And I'm telling you all this backstory so that you know what Vicky has been through. I don't know from where to where are they saying Vicky disrespected her husband and set him up for drugs. I don't understand. So Vicky went for this wedding. You all know that as friends, you may have had this, discussions in the past where you say, oh, that you are going to, our wedding day. You had plans, right, of what is going to happen on your wedding day. And Vicky wedded, Prudence was there and all that with her now husband. And so they showed Vicky love. So if Vicky decided that, like now I have a friend that used to say, on your wedding day, I'm going to spray you dollars. So if I now go to that wedding and spray dollars, and maybe my husband is not spraying dollars, or anybody I come with is not spraying dollars, will you put down drag me that I'm spraying the person dollar and I'm not giving my husband? Because right now, that's the story on the streets now. Vicky James sprayed Prudence, her own friend, dollars. And you guys know that before Prudence, as Prudence marriage came out, the list that what's his name, Gist Lover released, whether it's a he or a she, I don't know, that particular list was carrying Prudence's husband's name like he's a Gabriel guy. You know, that kind of GAY now kind of thing that he is, and they didn't pay attention to that. So now people are now dragging Vicky James that why would she spray dollars and now give her husband? Who told you Vicky even give her husband that money? So you think the guy doesn't have his own money? Vicky gave the guy naira to spray. I want you guys to look at that video critically. It could be dollars he's spraying, and you are saying maybe a different dollar because $1 is having different prints than $100. Do you understand? And $50 or $10. So you guys should look at it very well and see whether it is truly the same. It's 200 naira he's spraying. So okay, what if Vicky sprayed let's say $1 into 50 pieces? Do you understand? And then the husband sprayed to 200 naira into 1 million naira. So it doesn't really matter. Do you get? It doesn't matter because I feel it's high time we looked into this whole thing and saw that there's no point we always dragging this couple for nothing. So they went for one, their honeymoon and came back, and then they did their first picnic as a couple, Vicky and her husband. People said, why would Vicky do a game? Because they did a game where Vicky said, fall in the lake or lagoon, wherever it is, fall in the water, or go back to your ex-girlfriend. So the guy was like, he can't go back to the ex-girlfriend, that he can't even fall in the water. Please let him lose. He has lost the game, he knows. Vicky, so people now drag Vicky. Why would she say that? She started printing, reminding the husband of the past that that's the seed she's sowing. She doesn't know, and all of those things. I'm like, hey, what do you now want Vicky to do? They say Vicky should go inside. Meanwhile, Vicky just opened a YouTube channel. Apart from her original YouTube channel where she is Vicky James, so she opened a YouTube channel where she and her husband, that one is for her marriage. She and her husband post their content there. So if you are watching this video, you could check them out. I think they call them the Teres, something like that, because that's her husband's name. So guys, when I saw this thing on the streets or social media, I'm like, okay, let me bring it to my people. What's your thought? Do you think it's okay for people to just be teaching her how to live her life? I think she should be allowed to live her life the way she wants it, as far as she and her husband are comfortable with that. The fact that her husband did not come out to say his wife disrespected him, I don't think Nigerians had the, although when you are doing content around this wasn't even a content thing. It was they went for an occasion, an event, and people did their recording as usual and posted. Even if Vicky didn't have a person recording her, another person will still record the fact that Vicky James was spraying Prudence, because they are already a thing in the lips of so many people. They are already trending. Anything Vicky does trend. So I don't know if you understand. Even if Vicky wakes up, it will trend. Even if she sleeps, it will trend. So it's a normal thing. So people goes to events, and you see that's why if you are a celebrity, you should get used to this kind of things, because right now the man might just start seeing it on social media and say, oh yes, my wife really disrespected me. Why would she spray bigger currency or a higher currency than me and all of that? Not that I even sprayed 1,000, but spraying of money is not even allowed in Nigeria. So it could be that Femi was actually, that's Vicky James's husband, was actually spraying hard currency also, but those who are, I don't know how they zoomed in to see the currency. Do you understand? And you see things like this can actually make the EFCC invite Femi, because people are trying to drag this matter. By the time EFCC gets into checking very well to see that it's actually naira he sprayed, bam, they are going to arrest him. And because of what, and if they arrest him now and he's going to he'll go to prison for 6 months. Is that what you people want? Why not just allow this couple just enjoy their marriage? Let them just be. They just want to be. I know that you guys have seen so many bad marriages online, to the fact that when you see good ones, you are not happy. When you see good marriages, you're still being skeptical whether it's good or not. Some people say, that one is fake. Allow them to fake it now. Allow them to fake it. See, Miss Waneka, that people were dragging and dragging. At the end of the day, she still got a very young, cute guy she got married to and had a child for that one. So you see, at the end of the day, this marriage thing, don't take it too personal, because there are people who will marry today and still divorce and still see another man to marry. There are people that have chances to, they have grace for marriage. Even if they are married 10 times, they will still see another man to marry. So there are people like that. It's not all is not the same. All on our faces is not the same. So I think they should allow Vicky James to rest, because I don't think there was any need dragging her on matters as irrelevant as spraying money, because I feel that this is what Vicky had promised her friend she was going to do for her, even maybe way before she met her husband, because Vicky and Prudence have come a long way. You understand? So you don't have to expect her not to do what she has promised her friend or what she had in mind to do for her friend. It could be even a surprise. So calm down, guys. Calm down. No matter how much anybody's praise, it depends on what they want to give. Do not put them under pressure.